Hi, I'm Nat from Naticus Music, and I'm about to do something I've been meaning to do for a very, very long time. Tell me if this sounds familiar. You have a project that you're particularly passionate about. That project might have a lot of moving parts to it, but you know if you get all these things done, it's going to help get it off the ground. You do your best to make these goals measurable and attainable, like SMART goals, and you'll end up finding one goal that you feel like it's going to help you progress through the rest of them. It's just going to make the rest of them flow. Then you start burning the candle at both ends, starting to get tangled up a little bit sometimes, and next thing you know, some of the other goals that you want to achieve are starting to fall by the wayside. Has this happened to you? Me, I'm definitely guilty of this, and I'm always trying to find new ways to improve my time management skills. I try to make things more measurable, attainable, I find different ways of recording things. Ultimately, you still got to find what really works for you. Even though you're achieving goals and things like that, you just don't always quite get through everything that you want to try and achieve. Which today, for me, is why I'm doing this and why I want to share this with you. I recently came to the decision that I need to start achieving some of the goals that have fallen by the wayside. Now, whilst I have been achieving a lot of things that I've been wanting to do for quite a long time, there's still a few things that need to be caught up on, and as of today, this is going to be one of them. Lots of gesticulating. No. So, today is the first day. I'm actually going to start creating regular video content, putting out my knowledge and sharing it with you, as well as doing some other things, but more on that in a moment. So just a quick little bit about myself. I'm a professional musician. I was fortunate enough to be brought up within the music industry, so I was always surrounded by bands and musicians, being, running around venues, being a little terror as a kid, all that kind of stuff. But it helped me really get a good grounding and understanding of other aspects of my craft, which led me to do other things later. With Naticus Music, I focus on three things. Musical education, something I'm deeply passionate about. I specialise in guitar, bass, piano and songwriting tuition. I'm also a composer, so whether it's for film, for games, whatever comes my way. And lastly, events. So with events, I do workshops and masterclasses. I get guests from throughout the music industry to join me for these. More of these will be coming up very soon actually, early this December. And the last bit of events itself is actually running gigs for specifically Australian heavy metal. Just over a year ago, I moved to Melbourne and I actually took a break from promoting gigs, for more metal gigs. So I am actually going to be returning to that, both promoting in Melbourne as well as other places, including my hometown of Wagga Wagga, New South Wales. Recently, a mate of mine that I studied music with at JMC in Sydney, she's been sharing a few things that have actually acted like an impetus, a really good nudge forward for me to finally make the jump and start sharing my knowledge with you this way. She runs a successful music marketing consultancy, so specialising in social media strategy and things like this. And she recently commented about being present and essentially sharing yourself and interacting with your audience in new ways. Massive shout out to Monica Strutt. If you have not previously, please go online, go into Facebook, whatever you need to do, and look her up. She shares brilliant insights when it comes to PR. This is great if you have an interest in getting into the music industry and making a career out of this. So you have a band or if you're a soloist. PR, when it comes to social media strategies, things like this, her insights are invaluable. So please go look her up. So what's the last little bit for this introduction video? Well, what's coming up? There's a few things actually. So what content you can come to expect. There's going to be interviews with other folks within the industry. There's going to be for the people interested in actually learning music out there for the most part, and up-and-comers and hobbyists, all of you are most welcome. It's going to be things like playthrough videos. There's also going to be a few little things if you, say, theory-wise, you want to try and get your head around a certain concept, I'm going to have some free content ready for you to go. Last but not least is something I have been working on and towards for an incredibly long time. I cannot begin to express how arduous this was. Maybe in another video in the future, I'll maybe go hand on heart and express exactly what has gone throughout this process. But the last thing to announce is my new band project is about to launch towards the end of the month. No details just here yet. This is the first little hint on social media platforms at all that it is going to be happening. But end of this month, you're going to see some news. So, thank you all so much for your time watching this and doing up with my babble. Or also doing up with my babble? I don't really think that's right. Putting up with my babble, that's the one. Looking forward to sharing as much as I possibly can. I am an open book to you. And please feel free to ask questions and make any comments down below. And I'll see you very soon. Naticus, signing off.